When you manage procurement for multiple facilities, every order matters. But when it's for a hospital system, they matter even more. Grainger gets it and knows there's no time for managing multiple suppliers and no room for shipping delays. That's why Grainger offers millions of products in fast, dependable delivery, so you can keep your facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done. When you manage procurement for multiple facilities, every order matters. But when it's for a hospital system, they matter even more. Grainger gets it and knows there's no time for managing multiple suppliers and no room for shipping delays. That's why Grainger offers millions of products in fast, dependable delivery, so you can keep your facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Yo, check it out. Thanks again for checking out another edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I'm 12 Kyle. Then again, you probably already know that by now. If you haven't done so already, make sure that you subscribe to the podcast. You can subscribe on iTunes. Just go to iTunes and search the 12 Kyle podcast. You can subscribe on SoundCloud. Go to soundcloud.com/12-Kyle. That's spelled out TWELVE-KYLE. You can also subscribe on Stitcher. If you have an Android or an iPhone, go to your application store on your phone, download the Stitcher application for free, upload it, search the 12 Kyle podcast, and you can listen there at home or on the go. It's just that simple. Also, we're going to be on Google Play soon as well, so look out for that. Also, we're on Facebook, facebook.com/spell it out, TWELVEKYLE. So I'm everywhere. I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. I'm in your ears, I'm in your podcast, I'm in your streams. I'm doing a little bit of everything. Before I get started, man, I want to thank everybody for the feedback and everybody who's checked out the podcast. For those of you who have come over from the 12 radio show, it's been a lot of fun over here, man. I really, really have enjoyed talking about these topics and just giving you my thoughts. It won't be long from now before we bring on some of the co-hosts and some of the old cohorts from the 12 radio show. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But yeah, I gotta definitely thank everybody for the support and people who put the word out. And if you haven't done so already, you can hit me up on Twitter at 12 Kyle. The podcast actually has its own Twitter account as well, at 12 Kyle podcast. Pretty simple. So like I said, I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. I'm all over the place. So there you go. Today I want to talk about something that actually a place that is near and dear to my heart. It's the place where I live. It's the hometown now. It's my adopted hometown, ATL, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, ATL, the A, whatever you want to call it. It's I've been here. I moved here in the summer of 1997, July 24th, 1997, to be honest. And so I've been here a while. So it's coming up. It's hard to believe, man. It's kind of coming up on 20 years. So I really, it's interesting for me because when I look at it, I've spent more years here than I have anywhere else in my life. So that's, it's kind of mind-boggling when you think about it. So yeah, it's so this show's about Atlanta. There's a lot of misconceptions about Atlanta. There's a lot of, I don't want to use the word. There's a lot of things that people don't like about Atlanta. There's a lot of things people like about Atlanta. But I want to give you Atlanta from my perspective, for someone who's been here for almost 20 years. And I'm not a native. I don't even sound like I'm from here, which is something totally different because people who live here, people who are originally from here, have a totally different sound all together. And I'll get into that a little later on. But yeah, this show right here, man, it's about Atlanta, man. So in Atlanta, yeah, like I said, a little background. I came here in '97. Interestingly enough, when I was in high school, my senior year in high school, you had to write down, I had this thing called a senior book. And in the senior book, it said, one of the questions was, where do you see yourself 5 years after graduating high school? And I had two answers. The first answer was Manhattan. Which is someplace that, if anybody knows me, that I love New York City. New York City is my favorite city in the world. And that's a place where I really wanted to live, but too damn expensive, man. I mean, like it is, it would probably, at this point, at this stage of my life, at this stage of my career, it would probably take an act of Congress and a whole bunch of money for me to move to Manhattan. Nevertheless, but yeah, that was the first city that I had written down in my senior book as far as places where I wanted to live after graduation. Second was Atlanta, and I had been to Atlanta before when I was younger, but prior to my senior year in high school, I hadn't been in Atlanta like since, it was mad early. I was like 7, 8 years old or whatever. Me and my family, we would come down. We came down a couple of times. My uncle, Harry Carson, was playing with the Giants, New York Football Giants at the time, and they would play preseason games sometimes. And a couple of times they played against the Falcons. So I remember we came down, I think it was like 82, 83, something like that. We came down to Atlanta. We did the whole tour of the Martin Luther King Center. We got pictures and stuff. But that was also around, it was a crazy time in Atlanta right there because at that particular time, young black boys were disappearing. If you're familiar with the Wayne Williams case, I think it was like 25 boys were found murdered, and their deaths were attributed to this killer by the name of Wayne Williams. Now, there's a lot of speculation as to whether or not Wayne Williams had, because there were bodies and little boys that were found after Wayne Williams was incarcerated. But nonetheless, I remember coming down and we couldn't even leave, because our hotel was right across the street from Fulton County Stadium where the Falcons played, where the Falcons and the Braves played at that particular point. And we couldn't leave the hotel. We had to stay in our parents' sight the whole time because, I mean, literally there were kids just disappearing off the streets of Atlanta. So that was my only trip to Atlanta. Like I said, we'd come down here a couple of times during the NFL season and watch the Giants play the Falcons. But other than that, as an adolescent, I hadn't been. And then that all changed in 1993. Went to college, obviously, at South Carolina State University, and one of my teammates was he was from Atlanta. One of my boys. Shout out to my boy Q. And he was like, "Hey man, you want to come home with me on the weekend?" And I was like, "All right, cool." So I came home with him, and and so naturally, we young, crazy college kids. So he's like, "Man, I'm gonna take you to the strip club, man." Word. I'd never been to a strip club before, so I'm new. I'm like, word, okay, strip club, that's what's up. Let's go to the strip club. So we go to the strip club, and I've had ideas about what a strip club would look like, but he didn't tell me that they get totally nude in the strip club. I thought you just go topless or whatever, but they were butt naked. Nonetheless, I fell in love in the strip club. So I was like, with that whole weekend, obviously the highlight of the weekend was going to the strip club, but that whole weekend was just mad cool, man. It was just great riding around the city, and I'm from South Carolina, so it was different for me, and it wasn't someplace that I thought was particularly fast or too fast for me, but it just seemed to fit. So fast forward to summer 97, I called my man Jay Fresh, and both Jay Fresh and I graduated in 96. I was still in Orangeburg, South Carolina, where I went to school. And I was like, yo, man, I want to move to Atlanta. And he was like, word, me too. And so I'm looking at the phone like, yeah, right, Jay Fresh, you want to move. He had moved back home to our hometown, Florence, living with his parents. And we were fresh out of college. Neither one of us got jobs, anything. So I was like, yo, I said, for real, man, I'm trying to move to Atlanta. And he reiterated that he was trying to move to Atlanta too. And I'm like, he ain't gonna move. I just knew that, yo, this dude was gonna back out. So anyway, I start, filling out applications and stuff. And I got a job. I had an interview with Champ Sports at Lenox Mall. And for a assistant manager position, right? And so I go down there, kill the interview. They hired me or whatever. So I called Jay Fresh. I'm like, yo, I got a job. I'm moving. And he's like, okay, me too. But he don't have a job. I'm like, how are you going? So the plan was for us to live together. And so we came down, found this nice little townhouse, real cool spot. And now keep in mind, when I moved in 97, I didn't know anybody. I mean, like, I didn't know. And looking back on it now, that's kind of rare. Like, it's rare that you move to a city and you don't know nobody. I didn't know anybody. The teammates that I had in college who were from Atlanta, I didn't have. And of course, this is pre-internet. And I didn't have a cell phone, but I had a dope pager. So, I had no way of contacting my teammates from Atlanta that lived here. So me and Jay Fresh moved here. He didn't have a job, but his parents co-signed for him for the lease, and he eventually found a job at Lenox Mall too, working at the record store. So it was really, really cool because we moved the summer of 97, and 96 Atlanta had just had the Olympics, so the city was still buzzing. Like it was just really, really crazy, and it was cool for us because there was a lot of stuff to get into. And I think that was the thing that really kind of that jumped out at me about Atlanta back then, was that it was, and even now, there's always something to get into. Always, whatever you're trying to do here, you can do it. One of the main reasons why I moved here is that when I came here, there was an impression that was left upon me actually when I came down to hang out with my boy Q that particular weekend. City council, mayor, they're all African American, they're all black. Everybody, and the area in where he lived, I mean, it was a black neighborhood, nice houses, nice cars, just working class people. And I had seen that before, but only in pockets in my life, in pockets in certain towns or cities or whatever. So that was just very appealing to me. And the music scene here was starting to bubble. It was really, really starting to bubble, because when I came down in 93, Outkast was just about to come out. So it was TLC and Outkast, really. They were on the cusp of coming out. And I left out a small detail. I came down for Freaknik in 94. I could do a whole podcast on Freaknik. I wrote about it on my blog. I'll put the link in the description box to talk about my time at Freaknik. But Freaknik was so it was 3 reasons why I ended up here. 1, because it was a place of fun. 2, because of the quote unquote recruiting trip that I came on with my boy Q. And the 3rd reason was Freaknik. Now, they don't necessarily fall in that particular order, but you get my point. But yeah, Freaknik was, oh my God. I fell in love like 20 times in one weekend. It was incredible, yo. It was just incredible. Nevertheless, let me get back on point. So it's 97, and again, we move here and we don't know anybody, but it was just so many opportunities. I felt like just to do whatever you wanted to do, and that's what it was. It kind of reminded me of New York, not as big, not as fast, but I mean the people were friendly, and to me it spoke to me because this was some place where I felt like I could come and succeed, and I didn't feel like I could be held back at all. And it felt, in a weird way, as far as being a big city, but it still felt like home. It still kind of reminded me, there were parts of Atlanta that reminded me of Florence, where I grew up. So I took a liking to that. So it became home. The cool part about not knowing anybody is that, you know, and here's another thing too. Not only did me and Jay Fresh not know anybody, we didn't know our way around Atlanta. I mean, but we quickly figured out, like, and both of us have a very good sense of direction. So, I mean, if you've ever been to Atlanta, especially downtown, it's a bunch of one-way streets. It's about 7,000 Peachtree streets. So, or it's about, let me take that back. It's about 7,000 streets that have the word Peachtree in it. So you can be on Peachtree Road, you can be on Peachtree Avenue, you can be on Peachtree Street, you can be on Peachtree Circle, and all of that could be like in a matter of a 5-minute block. So it just depends on which direction that you're going in. So we got here and we really, really kind of taught ourselves, you know, we figured out, okay, if you go in, but you can only go in but so many different directions, and eventually you'll run into an interstate. But we never really got lost. We started hanging out, and I really would say like the first 4 or 5 months, like we kicked it so hard. Like we went out every single night. Like it was the only night we probably didn't go out was like Sunday night. And then sometimes we went out on Sunday night. All we had to, if I came home, Jay Fresh would be like, yo man, it's a party at such and such. Let's roll. And I mean, I'm talking, you got two young black cats in a brand new city with a pocket full of money. I mean, what could go wrong, right? I mean, you know, no parental supervision, no children, no bills, you know. And when we truly did live a bachelor style life. Our townhouse was, it was a very nice townhouse, but it didn't have no furniture in it. I mean, like you come to our crib and you might be sitting on some crates. I mean, I take that back. We had a couple folding chairs. We had something to sit the TV on. But I mean, it was real, just straight. I mean, basically the type of townhouse you would expect for two dudes that just moved, you know, first crib out of college. So nonetheless, it's been, being here for me has been, it's been a pleasure, man. Like I said, I love it here. Now, one thing I've found over the years is that people have their own opinion of Atlanta. Like, there's really no middle ground. If you ask people who've been here, they'll either tell you one or two things. They either like it or they don't. Like, there's really no middle ground. Like, I've heard people, oh man, I can't stand the traffic. Now, the traffic, I mean, the traffic, it is what it is. I'm not even going to sit here and try to sugarcoat it. Atlanta's very spread out, so you have to have a car, right? If you don't have a car, you better be on public transportation. You better be near a train station or something like that. I will say this much. No matter where you live, unless you work at the same job forever, you're probably going to have some type of commute. Like I've been in situations where I had a job that was literally 2 minutes away from my house. And then I've been in situations where it's been an hour drive. I mean, right now, my office is 26 miles from my house. But in the mornings, that's about a 45-minute drive. In the afternoons, about an hour. I mean, it is what it is. I don't even complain about traffic because I'm used to it. So the traffic is one thing. But Atlanta it's always been a place, like I said, for me, there's a certain level of comfort. There's a certain level of calm and serenity, especially downtown. Downtown is like my favorite place to. Now, I will say this much, especially in the earlier years, I did a lot of hanging out. I mean, I can't even front. I did a lot of hanging out, and most of my hanging out was downtown, Midtown, and Buckhead. Shout out to Buckhead. So many great memories of Buckhead. But yeah, man, it's a great place. I can't express that enough. It's a great place. It's not the most safest of place. I will be honest. I mean, it's just like any other major city. There's crimes. Fortunately for me, I don't live in the city. I actually live in the suburbs. I always wanted to live downtown, man. But even right now, downtown is just crazy. I mean, like it's just, it would cost too much. Well, I take that back. I could probably live downtown, but I wouldn't have the space that I have. Like right now, I have a house, a nice yard, all the stuff that you would imagine that you would want, picket fence, all this stuff like that. I mean, you have that in the suburbs. You don't have as much space, obviously, downtown, and the prices of houses are, astronomical. Not as much as Manhattan, but they're costly. So I've kind of settled into the suburb and the suburban life. But like I said, when I first moved here, it was really about hanging out and just having a good time. So if you want to hang out in Atlanta, it just depends on where you want to hang out. I could tell you about a lot of different places. Probably up until about 5 years ago, I was, the club scene, at least for me, the club scene was really, really hitting. I don't really do clubs now. Like if and that's the thing too, like if I have friends that come in town and they want to hit the club, I'll do it like that, because that's, once, twice, 3 times a year, okay, no problem. But like on a regular weekend or something like that, nah, you'll never catch me in the club. I mean, because the club scene is just, it's a different kind of scene, man. And then that goes to that speaks to the music. Now keep in mind, when I moved here in 97, Outkast was out. Goody Mob had just come out. Ludacris was on the radio. And there was a young, hot MC that was tearing up the underground circuit by the name of T.I. So that's where the music was. Of course, now they had their Atlanta staples, Raheem the Dream, of course the So Def Squad, Jermaine Dupri, and countless other rappers. But pretty much it was Outkast, Goody Mob, Luda, and then T.I. As far as the hierarchy, as far as how, and then Jeezy and, Gucci Mane and all those other young cats came through after that. But that was one of the things that really, really was hot for me, was that the hip hop scene here in Atlanta was it was incredible, man. I mean, it's particularly the underground scene. If you remember the movie 8 Mile, the battle scene, I remember there were certain clubs here that you could go to, and you just have MC battles just like that. To be honest, I don't know what happened to the underground hip hop scene in Atlanta. I mean, it's not, there is one, but I don't know much about it now because things have changed so much, and hip hop has changed. So I don't even know that there is an underground hip hop scene. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that there's not, but I'm not really affiliated with it. But I was heavily into it when I moved here. Again, whatever you want to do. If you just want to, just like now for me at 43, like I said, I don't really do the clubs. I'll go kick it at a nice little lounge, get a little drink, give me a 2-step, and go home. That's all I need. I don't need a whole bunch of nonsense. And I don't need to be in a spot where people are in white tees and sneakers. Nah, I can't do that. Shout out to the 559. The only club where I've ever been in where I literally feared for my life after being there for 5 minutes. If you ever want to know about one of the most gulliest club spots to ever go to, the 559 is the one. One thing that most of us like to do is eat. There's a ton of places here to eat. If you're ever in Atlanta or ever plan to come to Atlanta, hit me up on Twitter at 12Kyle. Shoot me a tweet. I'll tell you wherever you want to go. I mean, because it's so much, and to be honest, I haven't even really scratched the surface on, places to eat. It really just depends on what I feel like that particular day. Like I like Thai. There's a really nice Thai spot downtown that I like to go to. But it just depends on your mood. I mean, now I will say this much. Atlanta has had some restaurants like Justin's that what I thought was, food was decent, but very, very expensive. I mean, you have those spots too where you have a lot of people going to see celebrities, and that's another thing too about Atlanta. The local celebrities are very accessible. They're very, you can, it's nothing to be walking down the street or walking in a mall or something like that and see, Big Boy or Andre 3000. I mean, like it's very common. And then there's a lot of other celebrities and entertainers and athletes that live here in Atlanta because it's a nice lifestyle. It's a city that is, predominantly black. They're very high in affluent places here where black people have migrated to. Don't get it twisted. Again, like I said, it's got its crime, it's got its racism, it's got its segregation. Back in the 70s and the late 60s, early 70s, Atlanta was billed the city, quote unquote, too busy to hate. That's a damn lie, because there's hate everywhere. But I get it, But nevertheless, man, it's a great place. I think it offers you whatever it is that you want to do. If you're looking for opportunities for career development, if you're looking for opportunities for entrepreneurship, if you're looking for opportunities to, really connect with people, this is the place. If you're looking for opportunities to be around a whole bunch of fake people, this is the place too. Because this whole, housewives, love and hip hop, Atlanta movement, I don't do the whole reality. Anybody knows me, I don't do the whole reality TV show stuff, but I'm not going to front. There's a segment of the population here that is, they're about themselves and they're about trying to be something that they're not. I can only be me, so I'm not going to try to be anybody that I'm not. So you get that a lot here. I would assume that you get it everywhere, but you get that. I see that a lot here. I remember I was at Justin's with a client one day, and the guy was talking, and his conversation just turned me off because he was like, "Oh yeah, that's Bow Wow's mama over there, and that's Candy. She's from Escape." Now all of us in this restaurant, of course, I'm not paying attention to these people because I don't care. Like I don't get caught up in the stargazing and stuff, because my thing is, their star, whatever. You put your pants on one leg at a time, just like I do. Nonetheless, the conversation turned me off. But that's, so there's a segment of the population that's like that, and I think that type of behavior and that type of attitude, you've seen it permeate through some of these shows that you see on TV, and I think it kind of gives Atlanta a bad rap. But it is what it is. You take the good with the bad. I love this city. This is, as I mentioned before, this is my adopted hometown. I really, honestly can't see myself living anywhere else. In the time that I've been here, like I said, I've been here since '97. I have contemplated moving, but but that was for work. And to be honest, there's not really too many other places I would want to live. Settle down, got married here. Well, not technically here, but I got married and, had kids. So this is where, I kind of put my stamp. So I can't see me, leaving to go someplace else. Atlanta's, like I said, it's a beautiful city. Weather-wise, it's the South, man. So, but this weather's crazy here, especially like the wintertime. It'll be 65 degrees one day and like 35 degrees the next day. I mean, yeah, so I've gotten to the point, particularly in the wintertime, where I don't complain about the weather because the weather is constantly changing. Summertime, it's hot, period. So if you like heat and humidity, come here. So yeah, like I said, Atlanta has a lot to offer. I found that in talking to people, some love it, some hate it. Personally, I love it. This is my city. This is where, I spent the majority of my life, where I've spent more time here than I have anywhere else. So, I'm not going anywhere. So that's just my little synopsis on it. I'll tell you what, we're going to take a quick commercial break, talk a little bit more about Atlanta, and give you a little bit more my perspective before we get out of here. I'll be right back. See you in 1 second.
When you wait forever for the cable guy, you get bored. When you get bored, you start staring out windows. When you start staring out windows, you see things you shouldn't see. When you see things you shouldn't see, you need to vanish. When you need to vanish, you fake your own death. When you fake your own death, you dye your eyebrows. And when you dye your eyebrows, you attend your own funeral as a guy named Phil Shifley. Don't attend your own funeral as a guy named Phil Shifley. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
And with that, I'm back. Couple things before we get out of here. I don't really do the whole, tourist type stuff. Every city has the tourist spots that you could say, oh, well, you need to check this place out, or you need to check that place out. I don't really do that. I think there's some cool out spots. Like I'm always about the cool out spots. And I just, I like to go to the cool out spots because that's where I like to kick it at. That being said, one of my favorite spots, and it's a tourist spot, but it's one of my favorite spots in the city, man, is the Georgia Aquarium. If you're ever in town, it's downtown, the middle of Centennial Park. The Georgia Aquarium, huge place. I love it, man. I love animals, so I usually go to the aquarium at least a couple of times a year. I've even gone without my kids. So like I love the aquarium, man. That's a cool out spot for me. Of course the parks, Piedmont Park is real cool. Grant Park is cool. The zoo, the zoo's okay. Again, I wouldn't send you to a whole bunch of tourist type spots. But if you're looking for stuff to do, Midtown, is always stuff to do in Midtown. I mean, there's always stuff to do all around the city, but like my favorite places to hang out is Midtown and downtown, and at Atlantic Station. Atlantic Station is like a city within a city. It's really, really nice. One of the things I don't like about Atlanta is parking. Because parking is like an arm and a leg, man. You're going to spend $20 to get in the club. You got to spend another $15 to park. Nah, man. Get out of here with all that. So I've never been a fan of parking. Obviously, here, the sports teams are pretty big. I don't support all the sports. I support two of the sports teams here. I don't like the Braves. Get out of here, Braves. That's the story for another day. I'm a Yankees fan, so I could care less about the Braves. But Falcons, obviously football, and basketball, the Hawks. Pretty passionate fan bases. Not your regular, typical fan bases because they've never won anything. So, Falcons, the games at the Georgia Dome are always fun. The crowds, the tailgate's off the chain. Very, very much so. Hawks are getting there. Hopefully, I will see one of these two teams win a championship in my lifetime. The Braves obviously had one championship before I got here, and like I said, the Braves suck. I don't like the Braves. But yeah, it's plenty of stuff to do. I think the best time, if you're gonna come to Atlanta, I think the best time is to come during the spring, right after pollen season, because the pollen is a killer. If you have allergies, the pollen is a killer. You don't want to deal with that. But spring and fall, man. Spring and fall. Fall is always dope, man, because it's the South and everybody loves football. At least everybody with a pulse of football. So football is big. Obviously, this is SEC country, ACC country. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff to do, man. I really could, ad nauseum, tell you about the stuff to do. Last but not least, if you're looking to find somebody, you can do that here too. I guess, there's a lot of men here. My female friends tell me that, there's not a lot of single straight men here. I don't know nothing about that. All right. I mean, so I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? There's single men where I hang out at. So I can't really, there's single straight men where I hang out. And yeah, there's a huge gay population here. And that's cool with me. I don't care what you do behind closed doors. I really don't. It's not any of my concern. It's not any of my business. That being said, I've seen some of and there's a lot, to be honest, there's a lot of lesbians here too as well. Beautiful ones at that. So, there's both ways. Well, however you want to get it, But for my fellas, I don't think I need to tell you this, but it's a lot of beautiful women here. And the cool part about it is you can meet a beautiful woman at the grocery store, man. I mean, so, you really have to, you can't. Now, that's one thing I will say about living here. You can't step outside your house looking bummy. You always got to be, I'm not saying you got to be fresh to death, but you can't look bummy. You got to look presentable at all times because you just never know. Like, you can pull a woman at the grocery store, at the post office, so you can get a number or something. So you can't be going out with some dirty white Air Force Ones or something like that, man. You gotta look like you're on point. And also, fellas, as I mentioned during the first segment, there's a few strip clubs here. This is the home of the strip clubs, man. So, I mean, if that's what you're into, hey, you come here and have a good time. Trust me. And if you really, really want to get down, you come to town, hit me up. I'll come kick it with you. I'll come let you buy me a drink, So, and that's, to be honest, like, I'm so, like, I'm cool. I'm really on some just cool out. So if one of my boys or some of my boys come to town and that's where they want to go, we'll go, But just me on the humble going on a regular day or regular weekend, nah, I don't do that. It's just because what for? I ain't spending no money. So shout out to my boy who came to town. And he's like, yo, man, we need to hang out. I was like, all right, man, so let's go to the club. Let's hang out. Let's do something. Oh, man, I ain't bring no clothes. I ain't dressed up. So I was like, where you want to go? Let's go to the strip club. I'm like, dude, you came here with Air Force Ones. That's where you were going anyway. Shout out to Naylon. Nonetheless, man, like I said, man, it's a great city. As I mentioned before, a lot of people who have come here, a lot of people have come here and stayed. There's a lot of my school in particular, South Carolina State University. We have a huge alumni base here. A lot of HBCUs. Obviously, the HBCUs, the AU Center, Clark, Spelman, and what is it? Clark, Spelman. I was gonna say Morris Brown. No, it can't be Morris Brown. Morris Brown is gone. Nonetheless, the schools at the AU Center, Clark, Spelman, and Morehouse. I don't know how the hell I forget Morehouse. Those schools are down there. Obviously, Georgia Tech, Georgia State. It's whatever you want to do. If you want to come someplace and have a good time and feel like you've had a good time and really be welcome for the most part, Atlanta's the place. And if you want to come someplace and make some money and have a good time and raise a family, I think Atlanta's a good place. Just depends on where you go. It's interesting because I got some people, some Twitter fam that have moved here, and I know you're probably listening to this podcast and we haven't even seen each other, so we're going to definitely do that. I promise. In 2016, we're going to make that happen. But yeah, man, I just wanted to get on and talk a little bit about my city, man. Like I said, it's cool. It's a real cool out spot. And, you know, I'm a firm believer if me and Jay Fresh can move here and attain a level of success, anybody can do it. Because we didn't know anybody. And we got friends all over the place now. But there's something to be said to move someplace and start over and start from new, and I mean just really start from scratch, from nothing, and to build something. So this is the place where I did it. So, you know, if I can do it here, like I said, I didn't do anything special. So, and again, you know, if you come to the A, hit me up. Hey, 12, I'm coming to town. You know, let's kick it. Hey, I'm down. So that's gonna do it for this. Another edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. As I mentioned earlier, make sure that you subscribe. I'm everywhere. Right now, I'm in your ear. I'll holler at you next time. Peace.
When you manage procurement for multiple facilities, every order matters. But when it's for a hospital system, they matter even more. Grainger gets it and knows there's no time for managing multiple suppliers and no room for shipping delays. That's why Grainger offers millions of products in fast, dependable delivery, so you can keep your facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done. When you manage procurement for multiple facilities, every order matters. But when it's for a hospital system, they matter even more. Grainger gets it and knows there's no time for managing multiple suppliers and no room for shipping delays. That's why Grainger offers millions of products in fast, dependable delivery, so you can keep your facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.